ideas of the world which are built into the very nature of the language we use and of our ideas of logic and of what makes sense altogether. The myths underlying our culture and underlying our common sense have not taught us to feel identical with the universe, but only parts of it, only in it, only confronting it.
That's enough of that. Can't hear the whole thing. Welcome to a cute.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Rachelle. Now I should have said I should have asked you how do you say your last name? But I'm gonna say Loren.
Yes.
I'm good.
You got it.
I got it. Now I do have applause on here, but I don't want to mess up the mixer and stuff. So I'm like, we'll just another time. You know, when I get used to this, I will have everything going. But
yeah,
I can't applaud for myself though. You know. Anyway, that's new Acute Mania song. It's not released yet, but it will be out.
It's cool.
Entire EP. So I didn't want you to hear the end. That's why I stopped it. You know.
Okay. It was awesome. I was jamming.
Welcome to the show. It's very nice to have you. I've been enjoying your music and trying to learn as much as I can about you. But for those that might not have read up about you, tell us a little bit about yourself and what Hellbent is and everything.
Hellbent. Well, there's three of us in the group. So it was me as the lead singer, Steve Fernandez, and Vince Maria. And we met in 2001, and I had started working with Vince on kind of like a solo, and kind of Vince and Steve formed a band called Original Three, and then they wanted to do kind of another group where they just used one singer, so I would help them out with that, and then so we formed Hellbent, and it's a fusion of it's dance music, it's kind of rock influence, but also we have pop, and we kind of don't want to limit ourselves, so we just want to make good music. So
I did see an article, I think it was Medium
yes.
did an article, and you were talking about the first time that you played the fast cars at a venue, and you're surprised by the amount of people that were there, and just you explaining the entire feel of starting out that first riff, and then just people just going nuts. Kind of tell me, like in your own words, I guess, like, since we're face to face, instead of I was reading, but like, what was that like? I mean, I can't imagine what that felt like on stage.
It was crazy because at the time you didn't have Instagram, so you didn't have social media. So you really, we'd Google and we'd see all this stuff written on us on all those boards and stuff. And we're like, okay, we're, our songs are playing on the radio stations and, across, North America. And we don't realize exactly how big we were until we actually were in Toronto, our hometown, which is it's amazing to perform in your own town. And we had just done the Night Rider version. So we did all the 3 remixes. We did them all ourselves. There was no outside person. And so we did the Night Rider and we're like, okay, it's ready to go. We're going to service it. Let's, perform it live. So we get to the venue. I don't know what's happening. At this point, I'm like 20 years old and it's all ages. So they probably thought I looked about 16 because I got carted at the door. They didn't want to let us
That's
in.
the best. That's the best.
So it was hilarious that night. And then we I get on stage and then they're just like, it looks like thousands of them, like a high school. And I'm like, wow, and I'm telling them to raise their hands and they're raising their hands and they're screaming and it's so loud. And then I play the Night Rider. And then I tell them to jump as it's coming in, and the whole place all I saw was heads because I'm a little bit, higher on stage. All I saw was like heads bobbing through the whole thing. And you can feel like the floor shaking. And then after, Vince and Steve were like, oh my God, the floor. I thought we were going to, all fall in and everything. So yeah.
It's crazy.
That was crazy.
That's just nuts.
It was.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
You always, I talk to a lot of bands, and you always hear they say, there's people in the crowd singing along to our music, and I just have to stop. Like I don't even have to sing anymore because they're singing it.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that feeling of just seeing that. That's crazy.
It's crazy. And then you realize, when you talk to people and they, say how much they loved it from the first minute they heard it, and it's like, okay, I'm. That's what I wanted. I wanted people to feel something. That's the whole point of writing music, is you want people to feel. So there's lots of people, I guess, who like fast cars like I do. So, well, all of us. So. Yeah.
No, we, me and my dad used to have a 92 Ferrari.
Oh, wow.
And we live in a kind of West Virginia's a small state, compared to everybody else. And, it's not a lot of people know about the state, but it was just, it was kind of funny having that car in around here because everybody's like, "Whoa, what is that?" Because it looks like the Miami Vice car, like that. It had the
cool
stuff on the side of it and everything. Yeah,
yeah.
We don't have it anymore, but it turned a lot of heads. But that was probably the last fast car that I've driven and ridden in. But I on the last show, I don't want to get too much into this, but like on the last show with Catatonia, I was talking about that day. I think it was last Wednesday, if I'm right. I got hit by a box truck in my pickup truck.
Oh.
I was hit by a box truck. So
wow.
I'm okay. Like I didn't get hurt or anything, but my truck is severely, it's in pain in my garage.
Wow.
It sucks, but I'm driving a Volkswagen now, and it's a fast car,
Is it?
It is. Yeah. I'm not going to say how fast I've gotten with it cause my mom's watching and.
Oh yeah.
But
safety first.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not something I would buy. It's an SUV, and I'm a truck guy.
You're a truck guy. I get it.
But it's fast. It's fast.
Do you speed in your truck?
Never. No, never. No. Not. I mean, I've never gotten caught, so.
Okay, well.
I guess I'm good.
You've never.
I try to follow all the traffic laws, and I never speed. Well, sometimes. Do you drive? You don't have to tell us what kind of vehicle you have, or if you don't want to. But do you follow traffic laws?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
You hesitated there for a minute.
Well, Not.
I don't think everybody, nobody drives the speed limit. You know, you drive that, you keep up in traffic.
Well,
Right?
you have to, because if you don't, they'll run you right off the road. So,
Exactly.
I mean, if you're, on the highway and they're going 120, you have to go 120. Well, that's
Do you get really pissed off in traffic? Do you get road rage? Not to the point where you get out in traffic and like want to stab somebody, but like, do you just get really pissed off and flip people off and things like that?
No,
I do.
I'll tell you what happens to me. Sometimes, yeah, you start to get frustrated because it's too
Yeah.
long, because we
Right.
have a lot of traffic here. But I always have an issue where I like think of lyrics for songs while I'm driving, which is
Yeah.
probably not safe. So before you could record on your phone, I would have a little piece of paper and a pen, and now I can click the record button and say the words, or like.
So instead of texting and driving, you were writing and driving, right?
I was writing and driving. I was doing it way back in the day, okay, when it was not illegal.
And I'm sure many states, but West Virginia especially, as soon as you enter the state, it tells you, hands-free devices only or
Yes.
whatever. I'm sure it says it everywhere, but they mainly focus on texting and driving. Well, I don't text and drive. I edit video. I respond to emails. I do all the other. So I'm good.
See,
But my
here,
eyes are
you can't
my
even.
eyes are on the road. But I mean, and I have hands-free capability. It's important. I have a show to run here. I can't. I've got to get back immediately. My response rate is just killer. Even if I'm traveling.
So are you talking into it to do it, or you're actually touching it?
Oh no, I'm actually typing. And what really sucks is that my email, my Yahoo email, I gotta switch to something else, because for some reason it will not. The space bar doesn't work.
Oh.
When I'm typing on my phone, it does. Yeah. It does on my computer, but like the space bar will just skip like a bunch of lines. And I've emailed them about this, and because I have the Yahoo Plus or whatever, where I don't have to look at the stupid ads and stuff.
Okay.
But it's every time I hit the space bar, it goes down, and then I'll start typing, and then it just screws everything up. So I just don't. So if I can read them, I can't respond until I get home. It sucks.
Sorry.
It's the things that But reinstall the app. Just delete the app and reinstall it. I've done that several times.
Update it.
It works one time, and then after that, spacebar does the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
So it's on them. It's on them. You would think that they would know how to fix it with all the money that Yahoo has.
Well, you think.
You would think.
Hmm.
Okay, so I was in your bio. I was reading about these Juno Awards. Is that how you guys say Juno, right?
Yeah.
Now that's the equivalent of the Grammys, correct?
Of the Grammy, yeah.
And you said that Vince has been nominated 5 times, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you, how many times?
Once for me.
That's it? Come on.
I know.
Who votes on this stuff? They need. Sounds like they need a new committee.
At the time, yeah, probably. But it's not over yet. I did win an Arts Acclaim Award this year, actually, for last year. So
now, do they have it's in the United States they have like a red carpet, and you walk through and they take your picture, and it's a big ceremony. Is it the same kind of thing there?
I don't know if they've changed it, because I haven't been there for a bit, but they didn't for dance music. So dance music they would do the day before, and they wouldn't televise it. So
that's horrible. That's part of music, though. Like, what are they thinking?
So that's the thing, is in Canada, the dance music was really faceless.
Yeah. Because
they weren't, pumping money into music videos, the majors, or, you didn't have, like I said, all this social media. Now people, start to recognize you when you go out, and, I go to an event or something and they know who I am. And so it's kind of nice to be recognized every once in a while. Because before, you'd walk around, and if you met somebody who was, let's say, a friend of a family, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm the singer of, I'm Hellbent, singer of Fast Car, and they'd be like, oh, you sang background? No, I'm the singer. I sang for the lead, I sang the background, I did everything.
Yeah. Do you have security when you go out? If say you're just going out on a night on the town in Toronto, do you need to take somebody with you?
No, not in Toronto.
Like that?
No.
Well, I mean, anywhere.
No, I don't think we get recognized that much.
I mean, I guess that's when I don't know how the industry works, but so when you get nominated for the Junos, are you invited to go to the event?
Yeah.
So you went and was there a red carpet, and you had to stop for pictures and things?
No, there's no red carpet.
What? Is it because it's cold there all the time, maybe?
No, like I said, there's red carpet for like the main show,
See, that's such
but
that's
not.
strange.
But I don't know if they changed that now.
Yeah. Well, if not, then I need to speak to the manager, and I'll sort this out for you. You know what
I
I mean?
don't know if they changed it, so you probably shouldn't go. It's been a long time. It's been a
Yeah.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool that they have that. I just thought well, I mean, I thought that the Grammys were for everybody. You know, like I mean, I didn't know that there was a you know a certain trophy for just Canadians. So Americans can't get nominated or win.
No,
It's
I
just
think they can if I don't know exactly the rules, but I do believe that they can get nominated, but you have to have some sort of Canadian, I think,
somebody on the record or on the
or
song.
something. But don't quote me because I don't really know. So I should probably not answer that.
Now I kind of want to dive into your your childhood and like growing up and your musical influence, and then we'll listen to one of the songs. But kind of tell us about where this musical influence came for singing and you know making music.
Yeah. Well, 90s was a huge influence on me. But I listened to all kinds of music because of my parents. So I listened to disco music and I listened to rock music and Led Zeppelin and I listened to hip hop music and I loved like Biggie and Tupac and
Heck yeah.
PLC was huge for me, and Mariah Carey and Michael Jackson, so it's such a diverse, you know, music. And then, there's 80s and then Vince is really into the 80s music. And so I heard even more than I had originally heard. Yeah, so I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it. So yeah.
I'm gonna steal a question that Jay asked me.
Okay.
I don't know if he asked because you were on his show at one point, right?
No, I haven't been on his
You haven't
show.
been on the show? Okay.
Not yet.
Well,
No.
you should. You should.
I
I'm gonna
should.
tell him. I'm gonna tell him to be on there.
Yeah.
Or to have you on. But one of the questions he asked me was and I was it didn't take me long to think of the answer, but it was what was the first song that you heard growing up that you can remember? Like maybe it was something your parents played or what do you remember the very first song you heard that just kind of influenced you to do this as a career? Or is that too hard of a question to think of right now?
The first record, because my parents had bought me like a Fisher Price. I was really young.
Fisher
A
Price
Fisher
makes good things.
record player. And so, I mean, at that point, I don't know if there was, no, I think there was CDs. There was CDs, but they bought me a record player and they bought me Madonna, Who's That Girl?
Oh, that's a good one.
So that's my, I guess, first kind of playing my own music
Now,
thing.
didn't you say that you passed Madonna on the charts?
I did. In Canada,
Now that's success, you know?
we did. That was shocking.
Did you get a call from her going, "Who
No.
are you anyway? Passing
No.
me up? How dare?" You know?
No. I think she ended up beating me afterwards, but I don't know. But we did for a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, it was
That
yeah.
feels great though. You know, it's got to feel awesome
Yeah.
to pass
Yeah.
up superstars.
No,
Good
it's amazing. Yeah, it was quite amazing to look at it and then see Madonna and be like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
stuff. Pretty soon she'll be opening for you, you know?
No. I don't think so, but I'd love to meet her one day. So that's
Well, I mean,
that's a
you
goal.
could, you probably could. I mean, keep doing this stuff, and as long as she's putting things out, put something out at the same time, and then you'll just go right in front of her, and then she'll understand. She'll look you up, I'm sure. That'd be hilarious.
Would it?
Yeah. Let's. I want to listen to My Heart. I was
Okay.
going to say Fast Cars for the last song we played, but
Mhm.
but tell us a little bit about this song. What's the influence behind this song, My Heart?
The influence behind it. I'll give you a kind of little story about it. So we had written it a long time ago. And before we took our hiatus, we had written this song and we never released it. And so what we did is we went back and we kind of recut the lead vocals and redid the music and we released it. And it's kind of, just, you know, somewhat about our love lives,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? So it's kind of open to interpretation, kind of, you know, to everyone. We kind of didn't want to write it too generalized, but yeah.
I feel drawn to the club version of this, but
Yeah.
I just have the I guess just the regular single.
Oh,
So
the
we'll listen to that.
radio.
Yeah, the radio one.
Yeah, the radio. Yeah.
So
It's just a shortened version of the club mix, yeah.
yeah. All right, here is Hellbent with My Heart. This is good stuff. Crank it up, mother. I know she's watching. Crank it up. You and Dad just dance in the kitchen or whatever you guys. I don't want that. I don't want to like visualize that, but like whatever, you know, just my mom can groove though. She can dance.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. This is awesome.
Okay.
You took my breath away. You didn't get that far. I've never felt this way. I loved you from the start. Loving you from the start. Love you with all my heart. I wanna give you all my love, my love, my love. You took my breath away. We didn't get that far. I've never felt this way. I loved you from the start. There are others that you saved. How many of them were lost? I need you once again. I want you in my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. Loving you from the start. I wanna give you all my heart. I wanna love you with all my heart. I wanna give you all my love. Loving you from the start. I wanna give you all my heart. I wanna love you with all my heart. I wanna give you all my love, my love, my love. You took my breath away. You didn't get that far. I've never felt this way. I loved you from the start. There are others that you saved. How many of them were lost? I need you once again. I want you in my heart. Loving you from the start. I wanna give you all my heart. I wanna love you with all my heart. I wanna give you all my love. Loving you from the start. I wanna give you all my heart. I wanna love you with all my heart. I wanna give you all my love, my love, my love.
Very good. My mom said really good with a thumbs up. But no, that's better than really good.
Mom?
That's very good. My mom's name's Penny. If you want to get her a shout out,
Hi, Penny. Thanks for watching.
we have some chatters also on the live feed on YouTube.
Okay.
Marco Rotondi. I hope I'm
Okay.
saying that right. He says, "Hey Rachel," with a bunch of waves and some hearts.
Hi. Mwah.
Antonio Varelli says, "Hey,"
Hey.
and that's it for now.
All right.
I love chatters. So if you have any questions for Rachelle,
Yeah.
put them in the chat.
Hit me up.
I'll read them, and I can't ask everything. I mean, I can, but no, that's really good stuff. I listen to a lot of different music, except for country. I can't stand like the mainstream country. I like the older country, like Johnny Cash, stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, I can tolerate it. I'll tolerate it, especially somebody that's on the show that does country. But anyway, I listen to a lot of things, and obviously I listen to dance and you know, there's so many genres of every style of music. There's for this it would be like electronic. Then you have EDM. Then you have like drum and bass and what do they call it, dub. And there's just so much. Where would you put Hellbent? Do you guys know?
I think we're more pop dance.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, some people still call it like an EDM, or they call it, Euro, or they kind of, but for us, yeah, it's like a pop dance. I think.
It's just difficult putting,
Yeah.
I don't, it's dance.
Yeah,
Or,
it's
or
dance.
electronic. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
because it's got both, Now you said there's two other members of
Yes.
Hellbent, right? You
Yeah.
want to tell us who they are?
Yeah, it's Steve Fernandez and Vince Maria. And Steve is still a little bit on a hiatus, so he's taking a break.
Yeah.
So me and Vince are holding the torch until he decides to come back to and
Nice.
join us. But yeah, so we're just kind of carrying on,
Yeah.
going
Well,
forward. Yeah.
I do this a lot, and it's not happened yet, but I wasn't. Everybody's invited back to come on the show, another time.
Yeah.
But you're on breaks. You've done this. You've done the first one. So next time you guys come on, they'll have to.
Yeah. Or at least Vince has to join. I was hoping he could make it. He couldn't make it this one, but for sure. So see, you're gonna have to call us back. So
For sure. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
way
great.
more stories than I do.
No, that's perfectly fine. I do want to I guess kind of do some show stuff right now, so I don't have to do it later. 'Cause the show's about you. But I haven't been I haven't had a show in about a week and a half or so. So Sunday is kind of I guess it's a special occasion a little bit, but it's not, because you get to a certain age and you don't celebrate birthdays. You don't
Yes.
have your whole entire class over and everybody's making balloon animals. My birthday is Sunday.
Oh,
I will be the young age of 44, and I'm not going to age any more than that. I'm stopping there.
yeah.
And I'm going to, so from that point, I'm going to go backwards. So next year I'll be 43, and then that way I get,
Oh, I'm gonna start doing that.
yeah, it's a good idea, I think, that way you just don't feel so old. But but I'm going to do a show because I felt like I wanted to do a show. So I have a former guest. I think they were on episode like, God, see, you're 290. You're 290. You're episode 290. I think they were on like gosh, it was so long. It was like 2 years ago. I don't remember the number, but 100 and something. But To Bloom from Portland, Oregon will be on Sunday at 8 p.m. And I'm excited for that because I've kept in touch with them throughout the 2 years. We talk a lot on Instagram and stuff, just about different things.
Nice.
And they're getting ready to release an LP, and I have three of the new songs that we'll play on the show. So, or most of them. I don't know if we're going to play all of them, but we'll play most of them. So tune in if you can. That's at 8 p.m. And then Monday, I have a really good show with a guy from Lowell, Massachusetts. I don't know how far from Boston or where it is in Massachusetts, but Lowell, Massachusetts. Blood Wisteria, and this stuff is very good. It's like a Billy Idol kind of sounding thing. It's really good, and he sings, but he's got this really low voice, and it's he plays guitar and stuff. It's good stuff. So we'll talk to him at 8 p.m. on Monday.
Right on. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Other than that, I'm getting older.
No, you just said you're aging backwards, and then just call them anniversaries, and they're no longer birthdays. And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, you know how it is. Like when you get older, you don't really announce your birthday.
Yes.
Facebook does it for you.
Well,
I don't get on Facebook much, but yeah, Facebook does it for you. I don't think Instagram does it, but you start getting
No.
things in the mail and emails from different companies and things saying happy birthday. Here's $5 off of your something. It's like, thanks. Yeah.
well, for girls at Sephora, you get a free gift. So
Oh,
just
yeah. I can't take advantage of that then.
no. I mean, they have men product, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just
Is that the makeup store? Oh no, that's
Yeah.
Ulta Beauty. I'm thinking of Ulta Beauty. Do you guys have Ulta Beauty?
You know what? No, we don't have Ulta Beauty, but it's the same thing.
That
Yeah.
place is massive. Like we have a mall.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a small mall. It's one floor. I know a lot of malls are like 3 stories, but it's a very small place, and they just built this huge place, and it's just makeup. Like what? Like why? Is there that much makeup to choose from? I guess there is.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have amazing stuff now
I'm sure they do, but
that
like
they
I
didn't
can't,
have
I can't
before.
partake. I mean, I guess there
Well,
are some men
okay.
that could, but
They do have skincare for men. So if you wanted creams or like,
I don't have time for that. I have a podcast to run. I don't have time for. I see. I'll get to that point at some point in this whatever this is. At some point, I will have just somebody like putting makeup on me for the show. You know, just whatever they
Yeah.
do. So that I'll tell them to go to Ulta Beauty to get that stuff. Then.
that's what I mean.
Well, I guess I just plugged Ulta Beauty. You're welcome.
Yeah, and Sephora. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Hit me up if you want to, sponsor me, maybe.
Yeah. They can send you, some makeup and you can just
I can give it away.
oh, you could. Oh, that's good. That's
I mean,
smart.
I could have models in here. I'm not gonna put it on. I could. That'd be hilarious. But like for Halloween, did that for Halloween.
You could.
Do you celebrate Halloween?
I do, of course.
Do you have what's your plans this year? Do you know yet? I know it's kind of a ways away. Well, Christmas is right around the corner. I have to say that.
I'm not sure, but
Where are you gonna be? Do you know?
I'm not sure yet. We're still kind of we'll
Could be
see what's happening.
You
But
could
we
get
do have a
Mohawk
Halloween song we did, Vince and I.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
have
did?
to. Oh yeah,
Okay.
we did
Yeah,
it. Quite a few years ago, but I'm gonna send it to you. It's
do that.
cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Halloween show with.
Are you?
I've had a couple paranormal investigators on the show before.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm going to have one of them back on, and we're going to kind of have a round table, not here, but they're going to be on Zoom. But
Yeah.
and then a couple of guys he knows that do it. So yeah, that'd be a good something to play on that show.
Yeah, I'll
Sure.
send it to you. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yes.
That is
Now there is one of my friends that Danny. He's local.
Yeah.
He's a paranormal investigator also, and he also does photography for like concerts and things. That's how I met him.
yeah.
But he has a YouTube channel. It's called Spirit Walk Paranormal, and he's very good at what he does and investigating and stuff. But he was co-hosting when I had this guy on that's going to be on Halloween. He was co-hosting with me, and he failed to tell me that there was a mirror in his trunk. He's parked in my driveway, and there was a mirror in his trunk that they'd just taken out of this lady's house, that she was getting like poltergeist activity in her house.
Okay.
And I had no idea that was in the trunk of his vehicle. But what happened that night? My camera just shut off completely. Just there's no way that it could do that. But the thing, well, I mean, it could. But the thing that was really really weird was we were still moving on the Zoom screen, and there's no default, like there's no camera that would have switched to. I have everything turned off, so that way if that goes off, you just don't see me. The logo
Right.
will come up. But we just kept moving, but the camera was completely shut off, dead. And I still have no idea how that happened. Like there's no way that could happen. I mean,
Yeah.
where our image is coming through that camera and going onto Zoom and then YouTube, but somehow. But so then he decides to tell me, oh well, by the way, there's a haunted mirror in my trunk. I'm like, what? Well, that's why right there,
Oh,
So basically, I'm not inviting Danny over for the Halloween special.
probably not. Or at least, he shouldn't have things in his car that's like attached to like paranormal.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know but apparently this lady, the house that he got this was some lady was like a collector of mirrors. Which,
Wow.
if you're a paranormal person, I mean, I've never experienced this stuff, so I still chuckle. But like, apparently that's like a portal for ghosts or I don't know, something like that. But she has them all over her house. You think something might gonna happen? I don't know. So
I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass on having paranormal activity or like spirits in my house or something.
like, well, I mean, like, I didn't. Well, it's not that I didn't invite him. He's welcome here anytime, for the most part.
Yes.
But like, I just don't want him to whatever he's attached to, because he goes to all these places that are haunted or supposedly haunted.
Right.
I don't want him bringing that stuff in here.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm comfortable in here.
Right? Yeah, I think so. Keep it far away.
I had one last Halloween, so he's been around for Halloween.
Yeah.
But it was funny because when he was on during Halloween last year, you'll have to watch it. It's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
up on YouTube. But he said something like, he forgot that I had a cat because he'd been here previously. But
Your cat can see things, so.
well, my cat had come in the room. We were in the living room at the time doing the show, and my cat had walked in or something. And he goes, "I didn't know you had a cat." So a little bit later down in the show, like about a little bit later, that was a pretty long show, but a little bit later on, I said, "Oh, my cat walked in again," and he goes, "Oh, there's your cat," and I was like, "I don't have a cat. What are you talking about?" I was trying to play a joke on him and say that's a ghost cat or something, but.
Well, they say the cats can see them. So.
I think I don't know about Murphy. He's special. He doesn't. I don't know where he went. Did you see him? I held him up a minute ago.
I did. I saw him. He's
trying to stay up on my lap, and I was like, "I just beginning the show. I can't have you up here now."
He's so cute.
Well, let's go. Wait, it's not Halloween yet, so we'll go. Oh
no.
I'll show you that in a second. Let's talk. You want to talk about landmarks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I do this. I used to talk about hot dogs on the show, like for about a year and a half. I did that. So you got away. You missed it. You missed the hot dogs thing. I called it the Wiener segment, and my dad was actually he sang a song called The Weenie Man, and that was the intro to the segment. I don't have any intros to this one because it's just about landmarks and things, but there's a lot of different, there's a lot of landmarks in everywhere, different states, different cities, that are just things that you can't find on the internet. Like right. You only know because you live there and it really doesn't even have to be odd or strange. It can just be like something interesting, like Chicago, they have it's a shit fountain. It's a pile of shit that's a fountain,
I heard you talk about that.
Yeah, it exists. I'm gonna if I lived there, I would eat lunch there every day. I would eat lunch at the shit fountain every day.
Yeah.
Sit right up on the shit. And I'm Rotterdam, in Amsterdam. There's a Santa Claus that supposedly holding a Christmas tree, but it looks like a giant butt plug. Just things like that. There's
weird things.
There's crazy, and there's interesting things everywhere too. So, but you said you had a good one.
Yeah,
a good one for us.
I didn't think it was that funny though. So maybe
it doesn't have to be funny. It doesn't have to be funny. Yeah. Just interesting would be good.
Okay, so I think everybody knows about the CN Tower and Niagara Falls that we have about an hour away, and the Sky Dome, which is right beside the CN Tower, which actually they changed the name to the Rogers Center. And quickly before I get into I asked my daughter, and what do you call that stadium next to the CN Tower? I want to know what they call it because now it's named the Rogers Center. And she's like, "That's the Sky Dome," and I'm like, "Good girl." They originally named it that, and then they changed it, and everybody still calls it the Sky Dome. But Casa Loma.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Did you see that? So it's a castle.
But I didn't read about it. So I don't really...
So it's Bathurst and DuPont, and so I don't exactly. It was quite a long time ago. His name was Henry, and he I think he was in the electricity.
Yeah, something about the electricity
business
or something.
Yeah. He built this castle, which is, if you ever come to Toronto, you have to go and see this castle. When I went there as a kid, I was like, I want to live in a house like that. It's never gonna happen, but
it might.
I don't know.
You could buy Madonna's castle. I'm sure she has
I
one.
don't think so. I don't think so. But it's really cool because he built, I guess, because when the bill collectors would come before he lost the house or whatever, he built these secret passages.
That's awesome.
So if you go into his study, which is so cool, you open the bookshelf and there is a stairway taking you upstairs.
Heck yeah. So,
and there's all these secret hidden staircases all through the entire house.
It reminds me of that. You've heard of the Winchester Mystery House in California?
No.
There's stairs to nowhere and doors that don't go anywhere that you just open it up and it's a wall.
No.
I mean, it's an entire house. Yeah, it's in California.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check that.
You remember the Winchester rifles? It was the lady, the wife of the guy that came up with this rifles, so they had a lot of money, but she just went crazy, especially in her own house and had these things built and the place is, I mean, you can go and see it, but like there's stairs that go to nowhere. It's crazy all over the house.
Oh my gosh.
It
Was
kind of
that
reminds me
like
of that.
keep people out or something? Or like if someone came
She was just, I don't know what it was. Something was up with her mind, once her husband had passed, and they think that there was a curse on the Winchester name, the family name. I don't know. It's a big thing. But, yeah,
Wow.
I'll have to send
I
you.
have to look that up.
There's a house. I'm really into architecture. Once I started doing this segment, and looking up things in different cities, there's really cool architecture. We don't really have any cool architecture around here. We have barns and just normal looking houses. But there's a house in Toronto. I can't remember if mentioned this to Jay or not, but it's on Eastern Avenue in Toronto. It's called the Cube House. Do you have any idea what this is? I don't know if I can show you a picture without sharing the screen. I'm gonna have to do that, but they've been wanting to tear it down for several years because they can't figure out who the original owner is.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know. You can't really see that. Let me try to.
No. Zoom in.
Is that better? Yeah. Look at this thing.
Where is that?
It's in Toronto.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Let's see if I can get a different picture here. But I mean, why would you want to tear that down? That's kind of another view of it from the side.
Oh.
But the top of it's like these. They almost look like dice or die, I guess you would say if it's plural. It's 104 Eastern Avenue, Toronto.
And is it vacant?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. There's not much really known about it. See, in 2016, the land was put on the market and is expected to be bought by a developer. So this must have been written back then.
Right.
If that happens, the structure will likely be torn down to make way for a larger residential building. That's stupid. Though you'll find it on the side of an elevated highway. I don't know why that just jumped to the top. I gotta find it here. You find it on the side of a elevated highway. It's close to the popular Corktown district. You know where that's at?
No.
Are you from Toronto?
Yeah. I
let's see.
clearly, missing that of all the time.
It says there's a newly developed neighborhood, the Canary District. No,
Yeah, I don't know.
Toronto's a big place, though. It really is.
No, it is. It's a big.
Canary District was the location of the athletes' village for the Pan Am Games in 2015. So it's near there. Do I need to send you a map?
Yeah, you probably do. You probably do.
It might not even be there anymore. I don't know when this article was written, but my goodness, the Cube House.
No.
But I did notice that there's a lot of odd houses in Toronto. There's a tiny house.
Yes, the tiny house. I know the tiny
house, and then there's a half house. That almost just looks like a half of a condo, really, because it's kind of got that. I don't know too much about that one, but
yeah,
I ran across that one today. But I mean, even the buildings in Toronto, like Pittsburgh has that's the closest skyscraper for me to go see. And I'm still like a tourist just looking up at them because I don't see those that often. But like skyscrapers,
wow.
But there's a lot of really cool skyscrapers in Toronto, just weirdly shaped and
they're huge. I mean, they have. My parents would tell me when they were young, they had the Royal York. It's a hotel, and that used to be the tallest building in Toronto. And then they built all, like, in a matter of 30 years, they built all the tallest skyscrapers.
And it's not just downtown Toronto either.
No.
I go on Google Earth all the time and look at things, but you look out, away from the city, and there's huge buildings just right outside of town too.
Well, because you have the Greater Toronto Area, which is cities a part of Toronto City. So every city kind of has a downtown. Well, every city pretty much has a downtown that I know of in the GTA. And yes, they have tall buildings, and they're, apartment buildings or business buildings, or depending where you go.
But okay, I did see. I wanted to pull this one up real quick. This is the Merrill Collection of Science Fiction, Speculation, and Fantasy. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
It's a unique collection of science fiction, fantasy, and everything in between. I'm kind of drawn to this kind of stuff. It's just like weird things just in one museum, like skulls and things like that. But I saw that too. I didn't read anything about it, but yeah. I need to come up there though. It looks like a cool city, and it's not
I
very
think
far.
you should come up here and take me around.
Yeah, I'll put a map together. You might have to drive because I'm I'm not very good with road rage and box trucks, especially.
All right.
Especially box trucks. There are people chatting here. I'm going to make sure I get to them.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Marco says, anywhere in the world, would you like to perform? So where in the world would you like to perform?
Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one.
Oh my gosh, there's so many places. I'd like to do Italy, which I may do next year, because it's my heritage. And I would also like to do, they used our song in some TV show. I forget what it was in Ireland. So I'd love to go there.
Nice.
So those are my, but Dubai would be really cool. So
Yes, they have some cool ass buildings there too.
right? That would be cool to go to. I'd love to go to that city and see it. I haven't been there. So
Sure.
yeah.
Stacy's pretty active in the chat. Stacy, let's see. Is it Firmly or Family? I hope I'm not saying that. Stacy Firmly Power says, "Hey Ray, Stacy here, just saying hi, and FYI, my heart is my alarm to wake up in the morning."
Aww. Thank you. That's so sweet.
And I guess she's letting me know that Starbucks has free birthday drinks. Good to know.
Oh, okay. Yes, they
Um,
do. I forgot about that.
And then she is commenting on the Winchester Mystery House. She said that's the house where the lady kept building. She thought the spirits were chasing her. That's right. That she just messed up in the head.
Wow.
And then she said the dollhouse is one of those two. So yeah, thanks for chatting. That's awesome. I love when there's chatters. Chatters.
Awesome. More questions. Go ahead. I'm here. Catch me while I'm here.
Yeah, more questions would be good. Let's go in and let's listen to Fast Car.
Okay.
And maybe they'll think of some good questions to ask you. Now, what was the inspiration? I really want to know what the inspiration behind this was, because it's a banging song. It really is. It's just.
I'll tell you the story. I don't think I've ever really told the story of this song, like completely. And so we all loved cars. We were all into cars. When I first started, I got put together with Vince from the label and said, this kind of up and coming guy, you got to work with him. And so when we first met, we both were driving Mustangs.
Nice.
So, fast cars. Steve loves cars too. And they gave me this song and they were like, okay, I think they had one or two lines, and I looked at it and I'm like, this is so stupid. Hold on, no. This is so stupid. And I looked at it, and then I remember adding something like to the lyrics, and then we recorded it, and it just turned out to be magic. It was crazy. It was almost like, we recorded it, we go in the car and we play it about an hour and a half. We're recording, having fun. He's coaching me and trying to get me to let go and do what I really want to do and be me, and we go in the car and we listen to this song and we're like, oh my God, what is that me? And he's like, is that me? And we're all like kind of in, shocked that we came up with that. But it originally was stupid, but it's not.
How did the Knight Rider theme, was it always in that?
No. So we did the original, then we did the original 3 remix, because Steve and Vince had quite a lot of success in Canada with original 3. And we wanted to kind of put the groups together. I think people figured it out now that we're one and the same almost. And then I'm at home and, we're having the success of the 2 remixes. And I call Vince on the phone and I'm like, can we do a 3rd remix? And he's like, oh my God, you want to do a 3rd remix? I'm like, yes, I have an idea. So I'm at home and I'm thinking, and me and my cousins, when we grew up, and I grew up with mostly boy cousins when I was young, and they all loved cars, and we all watched Knight Rider, especially me and my one cousin, and me and him would constantly watch reruns of Knight Rider. And so I said, I was thinking of when I first loved cars was because I think me and my cousin would watch Knight Rider. I'm like, Knight Rider. And then he was like, Knight Rider. He goes, let me call you back. So then I'm like, oh man, he's not going to do it.
And he did it.
Yeah, he called me back like 2 hours later. I know within 3 hours, he calls me back. Hey, you busy? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, listen to this. And he plays me the Night Rider. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
So we got
Yeah.
permission. Obviously, Sony got permission and we did the Night Rider. So it's really cool. So
That's great. And
Yeah.
when you did that show that we were talking about earlier in the show,
Yeah.
this show, and you said you played that riff and everybody just went nuts.
Yeah.
It was just,
They went crazy because they had known the original 3 version. They'll know the original version, but the Night Rider that's the one that went, kind of around the world where,
yeah. Hell yeah. That's badass.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. We will, let's see. Let me look real quick. All right. Come up with some questions if you'd like to ask Rachelle. She's right here. We're about to wrap up, so get them in. And let's listen to Fast Car. This one is just, it's fast, for sure. It's about cars. I don't know. See, I'm not very good at this. But anyway, here it is by Hellbent. This is badass.
I like fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. I like the fucking fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. Do you have a fast car? You know a car that goes boom. I wanna drive your fast car. I like your car that goes boom. Do you have a fast car? Do you have a fast car? I like fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. I like the fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. Do you have a fast car? You know a car that goes boom. I wanna drive your fast car. I like your car that goes boom. Do you have a fast car? Do you have a fast car? I like fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. I like the fucking fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. Do you have a fast car? You know a car that goes boom. I wanna drive your fast car. I like a car that goes boom. I like fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. I like the fucking fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. Do you have a fast car? You know a car that goes boom. I wanna drive your fast car. I like your car that goes boom. I like fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. I like the fucking fast cars. I like the cars that go boom. Do you have a fast car? You know a car that goes boom. I wanna drive your fast car. I like your car that goes boom. I like fast cars. You know a car that goes boom. I like the fucking fast cars. I like your car that goes boom. Do you have a fast car? Do you have a fast car? I like fast cars.
Okay, I have one question for you, okay?
Yes. I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, then I won't ask it.
No, go ahead.
Do you like fast cars?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to drive my fast car? I don't really have one right now, but
Sure.
I have a truck that's okay.
I've never
how about-
so like I could, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Okay, I have an idea for Vince, and
Okay.
you pass this along to Vince from me, just for me.
Yes. Okay.
You need to do a slow version of this and name it Slow Cars.
Slow cars.
Just
Yeah.
real like ambient kind of feel.
I like slow cars.
Or just I hate slow cars would be good. Even you can just change that completely.
That's
But
a
just
good
do like
idea.
a slow ambient version of this. That way,
Yeah.
for people that might not want to like, if they're trying to go to sleep or something, they just kind of want to chill out.
That's good.
How many remixes of this do you have? You said 3.
3 so far.
Okay. Well, I mean, you might need to do 3 ambient versions of this, but
Right.
I mean, I think it's a great idea.
That's
I'm
cool.
not Hellbent, so. Marcus says fantastic song. I agree with him on that.
Thank you.
And he also says you want to see cars go to Tim Hortons. Okay, we have Tim Hortons around here, but it seems like nobody talks about them. It's Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks around here.
Really, but you have Tim
Yeah.
Hortons. But you know what? I gotta
do.
tell you, Tim Hortons that I've had in the US, it never tastes as good as here for
It's
some
not the
reason.
same.
I don't know
'Cause
why.
it's not the same. They don't know how to do it here. They think they do, but I think there's a kind of a swing and a miss kind of deal here.
I'm not sure.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Dunkin'.
Dunkin's good, but I mean, I like home coffee the best. Home coffee is the best.
Yeah.
I could write a song about that.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
way ahead of you on that.
my mom says great song. She said, Scott, you need the Ferrari back. I know, and it was sold. It was sold to a Ferrari collector down in Atlanta. So we sold it to somebody that's not going to abuse it.
Oh, that's good.
So
That's good.
It was a very nice car, but
That's
it
good.
was just it was a lot of maintenance to that thing, and there's not a lot of. I think the closest Ferrari dealership was Baltimore, and it said you'd have to get it trucked there, and just by the time
wow.
you get, you pay for truck fees and hauling all that stuff. It was just a pain.
Right.
But it was fun. I mean,
I have to say I would like to buy a Knight Rider car, like the Firebird. I think it was 82. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could. I'm sure. There's plenty
I
out there.
looked. I could never really find one that was,
not beat up already.
Well, I don't mind if it's beat up. It's probably better because then I can fix it and I would fix it personally, but get it done
Right. Yeah.
slowly.
Oh, excuse me. It's got this weird like heartburny kind of burp. That was weird. I'm okay. I'm
You
fine.
didn't drink Tim Hortons there, did you?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Might be my beverage.
Oh,
Hey, I have these stupid to keep me alive stickers that I like to send up to you and Vince and Steve if you'd like to have them.
yeah.
Email me your order, or you can message to me your snail mail, and I'll send these right up to you.
Oh, cool.
I need to order some more merch. I have temporary tattoos for your forehead only for advertisement purposes,
Put it on your forehead. Okay.
or anywhere. Yeah, they're just temporary tattoos. I need to order some more, but I will send you up a package of goodies
Yeah, cool.
for your stuff, and you can stick it on anything. You can stick it on your. I assume you have guardrails in Canada, like alongside the road
On the highway, yes.
to keep the fast cars onto the road, right?
Yeah.
You hit a guardrail, just bring it right back on the road. Yeah, you can stick them all over the city. Take them to the what was the castle called? What was the Casa what?
Casa Loma. Oh, there's Cayuga. They race cars there in Cayuga.
Yeah, stick a bunch of these somewhere on
I'm
someone's
gonna
car.
do
Maybe.
that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go car races.
Don't let them see you do it, but just slap it on the
I'll
back
just
of somebody.
yeah. I'll put that. Do you have a fast car? You're thinking this is a good idea.
Yeah, but bring that idea up to Vince about the slow thing. I think that might be a banger
Yeah.
for people that like to bang to ambient music. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being dumb. Rachelle, thank you so much for being on. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Quirky things and good things about your music. And what do you tell the folks what you have coming up? Plug your socials and your website and all that stuff for everybody to come and follow you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at Ray Music. So it's RAE Music and on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. Do you have a fast car? Hellbent. My Facebook page is Rachelle, so search me up. We have a YouTube channel we just started, so we don't have much followers. So come and we're gonna
Follow.
start adding some stuff there. So it's Hellbent. Do you have a fast car? Yeah. And our label, you can check us out on intensemusic.ca.
Do you guys have anything coming up or releasing
Yes.
soon?
Yes. So we've got a few songs coming up. So we're gonna release one in the next month or two. Then we have, one coming January and February, and then the spring we'll have another one. So we're excited. We're excited.
I'm
It's
excited
gonna
for you.
be-
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be stuff that we,
Any chance of coming down to the United States and doing some shows?
I would love to.
Come
I
down.
haven't done it for years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Come
would
to
love
Pittsburgh. You should come to Pittsburgh. You can meet your
Right?
family.
100%.
You know?
100%.
Yeah, come on down. Come on down. I really don't. I tell bands this all the time, and it's true. I don't have any connections to venues and stuff. I go to a lot of these great venues that we have down here all the time to see people play, but I don't have any connections. But I can steer you towards them. I know all the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
ones, the best
Sure.
ones.
Do you guys still have like clubs there? Because in Toronto, it's all kind of died. It's starting to come back a little bit, but
I don't know Pittsburgh. I'm sure there is in Pittsburgh since it's a bigger
Right.
city than here. I couldn't name one personally because when I go up there, I go to like the underground, rock bars and things like that.
yeah.
And I go to the bigger venues every once in a while. But my thing is the unsigned bands. I'll go to the big shows every once in a while. If
Right.
somebody buys my ticket, I'll go. But
Right.
if there's no chance that they're going to go to the merch table after they get done playing, I don't really want to be there.
No.
They've already made it.
Yeah.
I did go see Chevelle at the at Stage AE, which is a big venue in Pittsburgh. I saw Chevelle just because I grew up on Chevelle, and it was a badass concert. So
Oh,
saw that
nice.
recently. That was fun.
Yeah.
Let me make sure there's no chatters. Oh, Stacy wants to know where you're playing next.
Where? Which city are you asking?
She wants
Are
to
we
know.
asking?
Yeah. Do you have anything coming up live?
You know what? We're in talks. There's nothing that's set in stone yet, so I can't, see anything right now. So, but as soon as something comes up, I will definitely let everybody know on my.
Make sure you're following them everywhere. Follow them on everything that they have, and you guys will put it up there, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, I get older on Sunday. I don't think it happens till 10 p.m., so I won't be older on the show. The show's at 8 p.m.
Okay, perfect. So you're still gonna be,
I'll still look like this, for the show.
but at 10 p.m. you're gonna look what?
10 p.m. I'll look like an old man, and then you'll see it again on Monday when I'm back on Monday. But Sunday at 8 p.m. It's or is it 8:30? I don't know. It's on Instagram and everywhere, and on YouTube actually. It shows what time. But it's To Bloom from Portland. They're badass, and they're getting ready to release some really good stuff. It's awesome. It's really good. I've only heard one song with the one of the new songs with the vocals, and it's like, man, that's good. That's good. And the lead singer Bruno, he also sings in Spanish at times on their tracks. So it's really good stuff. Check it out. I believe it's 8 p.m. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. On Sunday for my birthday, nothing special, just another show. And then on Monday,
balloons in the background and everything.
I'm not gonna. I don't. It'll look like
No.
this. I mean, unless we're supposed to have the band that I play in, we're supposed to have a get together tomorrow night because we
Yeah.
usually practice on Saturdays. But they're wanting to do a fire. Well, I almost started a forest fire today, so it's probably not a good idea to have a fire because I have a fire pit, out back here. But
Yeah.
it's probably not a good idea to do that. We were just gonna get together and play like acoustic stuff around the fire.
Okay.
But regardless of that, we'll still hang out and do something. But that's tomorrow evening. But yeah, Sunday at 8 p.m. with To Bloom from Portland, and Monday at 8 p.m. with Blood Wisteria from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh.
I was going to play some of Blood Wisteria's stuff to end the show tonight, but I didn't want to premature it. It might be something that he doesn't want me to play. I don't know. But I chose there's a band a band. I don't know if they're a band or a group, but it's like jazz techno.
Oh, cool.
It's badass, and I don't even know how to say it's BERLIOZ. I don't even know how to say it. should I attempt it? Maybe Burlios. I don't know, but they're really good, and they have 81,000 followers on Instagram, so they're doing something right.
Okay, so that's cool.
So I'm going to play their song "Free Fall" out of the show tonight.
Yeah.
Just because it's people need to, if you don't know about it, because I didn't know about them until I saw somebody's, you know how on Instagram people do a reel and then they play music in the background.
Yes.
That's how I found it. So
Oh, that's cool.
it's like jazz techno-y stuff. So,
Interesting.
Rochelle, thank you so much. Tell Steve and Vince I said hello.
I will. I will.
And come back on the show.
Yeah.
Don't tell them yet. Don't tell them that they have to be on alone next time. Because if you do that, then they probably wouldn't do it. But send me your snail mail. I'll send you guys some stuff up.
Okay.
And everyone in the chat, thank you for chatting.
Yeah,
That's
thanks for
great.
listening. Thanks for tuning in and watching us.
For sure. Stacy says I'm in Toronto. I can't read that because there's an emoji there. On my side, met at the 90s Fest a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, yeah.
You know who that is now?
Yes.
Nice.
I'll let you know as soon as I have my next one in Toronto for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will be up to Toronto at some point.
Yes.
I promise.
And
you
then
that.
you can show me around the landmarks that I
As you drive in your fast car, right? Or we could probably go rent one. We'll just go rent a Lamborghini or something.
I think we should.
I mean, we might need security for that though. Like people will be like, "Who is that?"
I'll get the security. Don't worry.
Well, that's Rachelle from Hellbent, and that's Scott from Keep Many Alive. They're very important people. I want to come up and you guys play too. I want to come up and watch you guys play. So yeah, we'll plan on it.
Yeah.
Me and Jay will come out on the town in our Lamborghinis.
Yes.
We'll both get one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks, Rachelle, very much again for being on. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Here is Burlios. That's probably not the way to say it, but they're very good. Look them up. It's Berlioz, and the song is called "Free Fall." And Rachelle, look up Hellbent everywhere and go follow them also, especially on their new YouTube. I'm going to go do that here in a second. So check them out, and I will see you guys on my birthday on Sunday at 8 p.m. with Tabloom from Portland. Have a great night. We'll see you.
Have a great night. Thank you.